excited today to be here with Amber Perez. Amber is the Safe Patient Handling Manager for Banner Health out in Arizona. We are here at the Safe Patient Handling Show and very excited to talk with you. And her and I share a lot in common about sort of this thing that I refer to as the passion behind what we do. So you have a very interesting story of how you got started, and I'll kind of can I tee you up with that? So talk to me about, give me your backstory. What is it that happened to you that led you to this point?
I was working bedside in a long-term acute care hospital, so we had a lot of very dependent patients on ventilators, just very sick patients. I was working as a bedside nurse, just doing my regular duties, and I got hurt myself, just performing the care that I was trained to perform. I didn't know anything about safe patient handling. I just was doing my job. And it was pretty devastating. I ended up having to have 3 sets of spinal injections. I was on limitations that kept me from caring for my own children. I went home and my, at the time, 2-year-old wanted me to hold him, and I wasn't able to hold him. I was icing my back, I was on medication, I was sent back to work in a light duty status, and I was working as a unit secretary, which just totally deviated from my training, what I was there to do. I wasn't taking care of patients, and I thought, this isn't okay, this isn't why I became a nurse. So I started doing a little bit of research and learning about safe patient handling. I was able to start implementing a program in the hospital that I was working in to try to bring together safe patient handling. So that's where my interest started. I moved on to Banner hospitals when they advertised for a coordinator role, and I thought, well, I can make a bigger difference on a bigger scale. And that's where I was exposed to the diversity of equipment that was out there, the options that they had, and really all of the things that we could put together so that people didn't need to wait till they got injured in order to start using this equipment and using these products. That is
you know, some people don't realize the emotional costs of what a back injury to a nurse means when you're just doing your job, that you go home and you have a 2-year-old that you're not able to pick up. So we appreciate that passion that you bring to it, and that's what we're seeking to do, is to put a voice to this. To a lot of people don't realize how intense and physically demanding of a job nursing is. Talk for just a minute on some of the challenges that people don't know about in the patient handling world.
Sure. With nursing as a whole, it's probably the only job that you have to be mentally engaged, emotionally engaged, and physically engaged all at the same time. When you go to nursing school, they don't really talk about the physical demands that you have. You have to come out learning pharmacology, dosage calculations, and you get to the job, and all of a sudden I'm there to take care of the whole patient. I need to not only give them their medication, do assessments, help calm their family emotionally, but any movement that this patient needs to do because they're too ill to do it, it falls on me. If they need to be boosted in bed, if they needed to be turned or repositioned, if they need to get out of bed to stand, they're there looking to you as the nurse, as the person that's going to facilitate that to happen.
Well, I just want to thank you for the hard work. It's a pleasure to work with Amber, and you do great work in what you do, and we want to support you in this role of how we're working with you and just bringing to light some of the challenges. So any last words before we wrap this up?
Can we talk about your chair?
No!
It's a great chair, though.
It is. Okay, you can talk about the chair.
Okay. No, I do like the chair because it offers a practical solution for us when I'm looking at nursing. You're able to, progressive mobility is a very hot initiative right now, where if we can get the patient moving and we can get them up and we can get them out of bed, that they have a better outcome. So when I looked at your chair and saw that you can laterally transfer a patient over, sit them up to any degree, and they're able to have their feet down, their head up, getting them out of bed is just such a positive experience for them while not placing such a strain on the caregiver. I don't have to stand them up, turn them, and move them to a chair, which is the only option that we've had in the past. So I do appreciate that piece of safe patient handling equipment.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for the little plug for Transmotion. So pleasure working with you. And we're here in Orlando. We're getting ready to head back home. So thanks so much. Take care. We'll talk to you soon.